All right, folks, so that was a bit of fun flying the drone, but now while I'm here, coincidentally, just a few paces from where I was flying the drone, folks, there is this. Now, we have been here before, and this time we're back in the daytime, and this thing is basically what's known as a weapons pit, folks. Now, it is listed by the National Trust incorrectly as a searchlight position. Now, logically, I don't see how it's possible that this could have been a searchlight position, folks, for two reasons. First of all is the searchlight would need to be on stilts to actually be any good, and it would be sticking up high above the dunes, and it wouldn't really be very effective, folks. And secondly, because the Defence of Britain database actually lists this as beach defences, yeah, original beach defences, because if we take a little walk just over here, sorry, wrong way, then you can clearly see that a brief distance away there is the beach, folks, and there it is in all its splendour, the beach. Now obviously in World War II this beach was defended just like most of the other parts of the coast of England, and it would have been you know, more than a suitable location for an Axis or enemy invasion, folks. If Germany had decided to invade England, then it wouldn't have been clear at the time as to where or when they were going to do it, but defences were in place, and a short distance, see where the railings are there, folks, to where the beach is, and the situation of this, I personally doubt very much if this was a searchlight pit, as the National Trust like to call it, but it's more likely that this would have been for use of a mortar. Highly likely there would have been a mortar in this position, and would have been concealed from view of the beach, and also quite a relatively short lob up and over down onto the beach, where you would have had your exploding mortar rounds. So what we'll do, as we're here in the daylight, folks, we will just go and have a look briefly inside it. And it's not very nice, we know that already, because there are lots and lots of nasties in here, folks. There is many discarded items of rubbish. I did bring me torch today, folks, but never mind. Right, so we have the this part of the position would have probably been for a command position, and just out here we've got where the mortar would have been set up, folks. And I've been here before, it's just nice to come back in the daylight and have a look at it, folks. And just in here, I believe this would have been a crew shelter, folks. You can't see it because it's pitch black. Didn't bring me torch because I wasn't smart, folks. I didn't expect to be looking at it, but possibly ready ammunition there, and yeah, modern graffiti galore. And quite interesting, you got the reinforcement lintel there, which would have been wrapped in concrete, but it's all been exposed, folks. But perfect concealed position for protecting the beach, folks. And obviously any enemy forces coming up onto the beach wouldn't have had a clue that this was here, and it would have been able to direct or produce mortar fire on various parts of the beach, folks. And it's a pretty good explanation, and it fits in with everything. You see we've got some original paint there, the white part there at the top That's like the original. Got a little vent hole up there, and a peculiar shaped window, folks. I don't quite understand what that is, but it's possible the top part of it might have just been ventilation, or maybe it was actually designed to be a bit of a defensive sort of position as well, perhaps a machine gun or something. But worth a quick look as we're here. And looks like possibly the remains of a slit trench to get to it while we're here. Highly likely, because the ground is quite wobbly. And then we have something else here in the ground, a big depression, which I'm not going to go anywhere too close to. But yeah, folks, so I think it's clear as day in my mind that this is a defensive position rather than the suggested searchlight post that the National Trust seem to think it is. But great. So I do hope you've enjoyed our video here, folks, today anyway. And we came down to have a look at the mine cart. This is just purely coincidental, but the railings are obviously here to prevent people from falling into the mortar pit, folks, which is not recommended. So they wouldn't have been here, obviously, and it's a nice part of original beach defences. And one thing's for sure, folks, it is bloody cold today. It is oh so chilly. So we're just having a last look along the dunes and the edge there, and I think without further ado, folks, it's time to go because it is absolutely freezing here. So please remember, folks, keep watching the vids, like and subscribe if you can, and hopefully we'll be back on New Year's Eve to wish you all the best. So take care, folks. Thanks for watching, and from me, Happy New Year.